Well, hey everybody, it's Mumbai Doug. Even though it's only 7:38, I'm showing you that it's still daylight outside, and that's because daylight savings. We changed our clocks, we sprung forward 1 hour, so we kind of lost an hour of sleep, but it's going to stay light out later now. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and go through my next set of questions I don't even know how many I have altogether, and I have some I haven't even added to the list yet, but I'm going to start with the very next one in line, which is from Wackadoodle Free Zone. Now that is Peggy, Solomon, and TJ. She had 3 different questions. First one is, what one thing do you fear the most? And I have to say on this one, I think what I fear in life the most at this point is seeing my child suffer and not being able to do anything about it. I mean, I would hope that that never happens, but that's, that would be the most gut-wrenching thing. Yeah, so that. Second question you asked was, if you could change one thing in your entire lifetime, what would it be? If I could change one thing, what would it be? Probably to eliminate general hate. Yeah, to eliminate hate. I'm just going to leave it at that. Third question, if you had to pick one food that you had to eat at least once per day the rest of your life, what food would you pick? I'm going to go with cheeseburgers on that one, because I could handle that every day for the rest of my life if I had to. So thank you, Peggy and family, for your questions. Next questions are from Maddie Cooper, who had several questions. Have you ever suffered from a panic attack or anxiety at any point in my life? What did you do about it? I've never really had panic. Anxiety I had like one time, the kind that wakes you up in the middle of the night or keeps you from being able to go to sleep at night. And basically, the way I got rid of that panic problem was through faith and prayer. So, yeah, that's it. Have you ever done heroin, opium, morphine, cocaine, or hallucinogenics? No, I have not. I'm not even sure if I've had an opportunity to do those. So I'm going to have to say no on that one. Question 3, what has been the most exhilarating experience of your life so far? Seeing Kaya being born, like actually seeing her being born, that was just, I felt like I stepped outside my body when that was happening. It was unbelievable. What was the worst experience of my life and what was the best? Ooh, I have to say the worst experience of my life was having my awful head injury accident as a child. And my best experience so far would also be the question I answered, number 3, which is Kaya being born. So thank you for your questions. Moridos says, what's your favorite cartoon? Well, Moridos, my favorite cartoon would have to be SpongeBob. What's next? Anne says, hey Doug, what's your happiest childhood memory? Ooh, happiest childhood memory. I had a pretty good childhood. I have to say, one of my fondest memories would probably be, going to Disney World, maybe. I was pretty young. I think I was like 9 or 10, maybe. That was pretty amazing. Next question from Anne is, did you have a teacher that stands out in your mind as being very good, and why? I did. Her name was Susie. I did a video about her some time ago, and she had even though she was my elementary school teacher, I had her 3 years in a row because we had a joint or combined age classes, so I got to have the same teacher for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. And Susie had a very heavy impact on my life. And why? Because she connected with me as a person and not just as a student-teacher relationship. She really cared about me, as she did with all the other kids in the class. So yeah, she was a great teacher. What do you think about the quality of today's education system? I live in South Carolina, and we're not exactly known for our education. And so when Kaya started school, we chose to have her go to public schools, and I have to say so far we're feeling pretty good. Now, with the No Child Left Behind, it's really hard to decide if schools are doing poorly or if we're just basing those opinions on the fact that we're measuring them in a different way now. So I think overall we have a good education system. I think overall it could be much better. But I think, that's true with anything. You always want things to be better and you always want to strive for more. But I think we're doing pretty good overall. Have you read or heard about The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman? No, I have not. You're going to have to tell me about that. Thanks, Anne, for all of your questions. And, oh, here comes the one I was dreading. This is going to sound like a cop-out, but here goes. Camo Joe 3 says, it may be crazy, but oh well. How many push-ups can you do? And then prove you can do as many or that little. Here's the thing. I have an injured shoulder right now, and so I can't do push-ups. I can do some push-ups generally, any other time, but I cannot do them right now. So, maybe I'll instead insert a little gangsta dance clip for you. Or maybe I won't. But I have to get back to you on the push-ups. When I'm able to do them again, I will do them. I will come back to that question. Grams and Pappy says, okay, what is your favorite color? How did you and Darla meet? Oh, I answered that one. How did Darla and I meet? My favorite color is blue. More of the dark blue. Like, what do you call that? Like, I don't know, royal blue? Dark blue. Yeah, I also think this is a really cool color, shade of blue. That's my miniature mag light. Blue is my favorite color. Thank you for your question. South 301976 says, have you ever had a nickname or been poked fun at for something you did or the way you looked at any time in your life? Yes. I've always been a very skinny guy. Always. So, sure, I've been made fun of for that. Growing up, I was a small kid. Not a very tall person either. I'm 5'8½". But growing up, I was disproportionately small. So, sure, I got poked fun at for that. Didn't have any long-term effects or anything like that, but yeah. So, good question. Thank you. And, I still have time for more. Lisa Michelle, 1969, says, hey, you're wearing your nice new shirt. Okay, so, have you been outside the United States, and how many states have you been to? Oh, and how did I come up with my YouTube screen name? Well, I came up with my YouTube screen name because I spent 6 months in Mumbai, India. And at that time I opened up a Yahoo Mail account, and then eventually I carried that over to my YouTube account. That'd be Mumbai Doug. And so Mumbai is the place in India. So to answer your question, I have been out of the United States. I've been to India, Greece, Switzerland, Mexico, Canada, several of the Caribbean islands that aren't Mexican. So, yeah, I've been here and there. And I don't know how many states in the U.S. I've been to. I can tell you that the furthest west I've ever been was Arizona, and that was a couple of years ago. I've never been to California. I've never been in the Northwest, like Washington, Oregon, neither of the Dakotas, mostly Midwest, East, South, Florida, down to Texas a couple of times, all that. So I have a lot of the United States left still to cover. And, let's see, Juju58 says, this is my second question. How often do you get your hair cut? On all your videos, your hair is always the same length. Never longer, never shorter, just curious. I get my hair cut when it starts looking longer. So, that's the answer in a nutshell. If it looks longer than what it looks like right now, it's going to get cut, and I'm almost at that point now. If you look back at a whole bunch of my videos, you can see that I sometimes got it really short, like shaved with a size number 3 clippers, and then in some videos it gets a little bit longer, like right now it's longer. If I do that, you can kind of tell. See that? Oh look, I'm almost out of time. So I'm going to stop there. That was Juju58's question. I'll continue on with Biker Mom 69 has a fascinating question coming up next on the next episode. Bye. Peace out.